Everyone. So today we are moving towards the last part of chapter number 2, that is acids, base and salts. I hope you have understand the last two lectures of acids, base and salts. So let us revise first what we did yesterday. We saw yesterday the importance of pH. You know the importance of pH. Fine. That the human body, the first one was the human body pH range should be between 7.0 to 7.8. That is quite basic. I hope you are now quite familiar with the pH scale, as I have revised you also that the pH scale ranges from 0 to 14. Fine. From 0 to 7 it is acidity, and from 7 to 14 it is basicity. Going from 7 to 0, acidity increases. Going from 0 to 7, acidity decreases. Whereas the same thing is observed in from 7 to 14. In 7 to 14, basicity increases, and going from 14 to 7, the basicity decreases. Fine. So the human body ranges between 7.0 to 7.8. Okay. And if it is slight less than that, then the pH range of the human body will be acidic in nature, and we need to neutralize to make it again 7.0 to 7.8. The next thing was that the rain occurring in the monsoon season, the pH range of that rain should be less than 5.6. Sorry, it should be more than 5.6. If it is less than 5.6, it will be acidic in nature. Okay, so that is also known as acidic rain. That is also known as acidic rain, which can even harm us in the various type of skin diseases, cancer, or it can also harm to the aquatic life. Okay, so the pH range of the rain is less than 5.6, then it is known as acidic rain. Okay, we also saw one more thing, and that was the pH of a soil. We know that plant needs various minerals for the proper and the nutritive growth. So for the proper and the nutritive growth, we need a basic soil. We need basic soil. For the basic soil, we need to add nitrogenous fertilizers which are basic in nature. Okay. We also saw one more thing, that we are using antacids, also known as antacids. Antacids also known as antacids, which are basic in nature for the cure of acidity occurring in our stomach due to indigestion. The name of the antacid was milk of magnesia. The another thing is that the human body's mouth creates mouth water while eating, and that is saliva produced from salivary glands. This saliva is quite acidic in nature. So if the human mouth pH value ranges below 5.5, it starts tooth decaying. And that can lead to various problems in our human body. So we need to brush the tooth. And so the toothpaste what we are using is always basic in nature. It is always basic in nature. So I repeat, students, it should be basic in nature. Okay. The next thing is dilution process. As I told you earlier, the dilution process. Fine, what was dilution process? I told you the dilution process is if adding water to acid or a basic materials. If adding water or to acid or basic materials, the concentration of the acidity decreases. And the process is known as dilution, and the acid is known as diluted acid. The same thing was repeated in the base itself. If adding water to the base, it becomes, the concentration of the base also decreases, and so it is known as diluted base. Okay. The next thing what we studied was salts. So what is salts? Apart from acid and base, salts are the combination of two ions, that is cations and anions, or you can also say the positive charge and the negative charge. We saw in the chemical properties of acids that the acid plus base gives salt plus water. Acid plus base gives salt plus water. So what happens, students? Whenever there is a reaction between acids and base, salts are produced, and these salts are the combination of ions, that is the positive charge and the negative charge. Okay, we studied various types of salts also in the last lecture. The first one was bleaching powder. Let us see what is bleaching powder. The chemical formula for bleaching powder is CaOCl2. I repeat, CaOCl2. Fine. So how the CaOCl2, that is bleaching powder, is made? Let us see once again. Heating calcium hydroxide, that is CaOH twice. Heating calcium hydroxide, that is CaOH twice, in the presence of chlorine. In the presence of chlorine, we can have CaOCl2. We can have CaOCl2 plus H2O, and this CaOCl2 is also known as bleaching powder. It is also known as bleaching powder. We have also seen some of the uses of bleaching powder. They are used for the bleaching of cotton in textile industries and cotton industries. They are also used as an oxidizing agent, that is gaining the oxygen, also known as oxidation reaction, what we studied in chapter number 1. And the next thing was disinfectants in drinking water. We are using the RO water through which the water is being purified. The bleaching powder is also used over there in very low concentrations. Fine, students, I hope you understand the bleaching powder. Okay. The next thing what we learned yesterday was baking soda. The next thing what we learned yesterday was baking soda. So what is baking soda? The baking soda is, the general formula is NaHCO3, also known as sodium hydrogen carbonate. Also known as sodium hydrogen carbonate, NaHCO3. Okay. So what happens over here? Whenever a common salt, also known as NaCl, sodium chloride, NaCl, also known as sodium chloride plus H2O plus CO2. So sodium chloride will react with NH3, that is also known as ammonia. That is also known as ammonia. So NaCl plus NH3, that is sodium salt plus ammonia, in the presence of H2O, that is water, plus carbon dioxide gives NH4Cl, also known as ammonium chloride. It is also known as ammonium chloride. Okay, and the last thing was NaHCO3, that is baking soda. As I told you, it is sodium hydrogen carbonate. It is also known as sodium hydrogen carbonate. Okay, there are basic uses of baking soda where we are using. It is used in food industries to make food things crispy and crunchy. Okay. Secondly, it was used as an antacids. Antacids, I told you, the milk of magnesia, used to cure acidity, and antacids are always basic in nature. They are always basic in nature. Okay. And the next thing is, they are also used as an soda acid fire extinguishers to dissolve the heat. Okay. So they are used in food industries to make things, food crispy and crunchier. Antacids, always basic in nature. The example is milk of magnesia. And the third one is fire extinguishers. Fine, students, I hope you are clear with these topics. Now we are moving on to the next topic, that is washing soda. You might be clear with the washing soda, what we are adding during washing of clothes to remove the dirt and stain. They are also known as washing soda. And so the washing soda's formula is quite easy but little bit longer. That is Na2CO3 10H2O. That here Na2CO3 stands for sodium carbonate. That is also known as sodium carbonate. What we learned in the chemical properties of acids, metal containing carbons are also known as metal carbonate. Metal containing carbons are also known as metal carbonate. Okay. So that is washing soda and also known as Na2CO3.10H2O. Okay, let's see how it is made. Actually, washing soda is made in a very simple way. that in Na2CO3, that is sodium carbonate, and adding 10 molecules of water, it will give you Na2CO3 10H2O. So in a sodium carbonate, adding 10 molecules of water will give you washing soda. It will give you washing soda. Let us see over here. Na2CO3 plus 10H2O gives you Na2CO3 dot 10H2O. I hope you are clear with this. Okay students, Na2CO3 plus 10H2O gives Na2CO3 dot 10H2O. Okay, here this is washing soda. This is washing soda. Okay. So what is the nature of washing soda? It is always basic in nature. It is always basic in nature. Okay. I also written the uses of the washing soda over here. Please take a note. It is used in glass, soap and paper industries for bleaching. They are used to make the wood pulp soft, to make paper fine. They are also used in the washing soda in soap industries for use in the cleansing agent of dirt, and they are also used in the glass industries for the bleaching. I hope you are clear with this. The next thing is manufacturing of borax. Borax is a material. Okay, it is also used as an antinuclide. Here antinuclide stands for used as an alternative for nuclear atoms. Okay. The third thing is removing the permanent hardness of water. Removing permanent hardness of water. So this removing permanent hardness of water means what? Whenever a water is containing soap molecules or detergent molecules, they are not dissolved in any forms. Okay. You can also see the water carried from a borewell is also known as hard water. In this water, no reactions take place. And so for that, first you need to remove the hardness of the water. And so to remove the hardness of the water, we need to add washing soda into it. Adding washing soda into it can remove the permanent hardness of water. And so it is used in removing hardness of water. Fine students, so this was washing soda. Once again I am repeating, it is Na2CO3 dot 10H2O. That is Na2CO3 plus 10H2O gives Na2CO3 dot 10H2O in the presence of, so it is known as washing soda in the presence of giving heat. Okay, fine. So the next thing what we are going to learn is plaster of Paris. I hope you are familiar with the word plaster of Paris, or what is plaster of Paris. It is used just now in the decoration of the home ceilings. Okay, people are also using various types of pots or say the futuristic idols to make, and that ceramic clay is also known as plaster of Paris. It is also known as plaster of Paris. So first of all we will see what is the general formula of plaster of Paris. The general formula for plaster of Paris is CaSO4 dot half H2O. CaSO4 dot half H2O. So how it is made? First of all we will see that. If you are heating heating gypsum at 373 Kelvin temperature. I hope you should know what is Kelvin temperature. The word 0 degree Celsius stands for 273 Kelvin. Okay, and so if we are having over here 373 Kelvin, that means it should be 100 degrees Celsius. That is also known as boiling point of water. The boiling point of water is always 100 degrees Celsius. So in examinations also, if they are asking us that how many degrees Celsius is Kelvin, and if they are asking say 27 degrees Celsius, then what we need to do is 27 plus 273, and so that will be 300 Kelvin temperature. So the difference between degree Celsius and 1 Kelvin is 273. It is always 273. Okay students? Fine. So heating gypsum at 373 Kelvin temperature, it loses water molecules. So So what happens? Because as 100 degrees Celsius or 373 Kelvin is a boiling point of water, water will be evaporated. Once the water gets evaporated, it becomes POP, also known as plaster of Paris. Also known as plaster of Paris. So the general formula of plaster of Paris is CaSO4 dot half H2O. CaSO4 dot half H2O is also known as plaster of Paris. Fine. Let us see the general formula. Here they have given us that CaSO4 half H2O. Here there won't be an addition sign, it will be a multiplication sign, so I am putting a dot over here. Okay. So CaSO4 dot half H2O. CaSO4 dot half H2O plus 1 half H2O. Here 1 half stands for 1.5. Why I have written like this? Because 1 half plus 1 upon 2. So what happens? 1 upon 2. 2 ones are 2 plus 1. So that is 3 upon 2. And bases are same. So 4 upon 2, that is 2. And so you can see over here it is 2H2O. Fine. I hope you understand this. CaSO4 dot half H2O. I repeat, CaSO4 dot half H2O plus 1 upon 2 H2O will give you CaSO4 dot 2 H2O. CaSO4 dot 2 H2O. So the general formula for gypsum is a bit different from plaster of Paris. Okay, so that is CaSO4 dot 2 H2O. Just now gypsums are also used for making in the decoration of the walls, making strong toys, etc. Actually, this gypsum is quite stronger than the plaster of Paris. Plaster of Paris are quite brittle like chalk. If you will fall from here, it will break into pieces. But the gypsum is having a strong sheets made up of that, and so they are quite strong than that of plaster of Paris. But still, the gypsums are also brittle. Okay, they will break into pieces. So we will see the uses of plaster of Paris or gypsum. Both are same. The uses are making of toys. You have seen the toys made of ceramic clay, also known as China clay sometimes. Okay. The next thing is decoration of ceilings. As I told you in our home furnishing and garnishing, we are using decoration of ceiling as plaster of Paris. And the next thing is making surface smooth. Okay, for making smooth surfaces on the rough wall or anything, we are using plaster of Paris. We are using plaster of Paris. Okay. And the color of plaster of Paris is always white in color. It is always white in color. Okay, so here I have written that it is white powder. It is white powder, and adding water to it, it will be strong. Okay, so I hope you are clear with the plaster of Paris. It is quite important. Please note that. The next thing is important reactions. As we have completed the whole chapter, but there are some reactions and there are some important topics which I need to tell you for this chapter. Okay, so here we have seen, students, Na2CO3, where we saw the Na2CO3, yes, in washing soda. Okay, so what was washing soda or NaHCO3? That was baking soda. Okay, so from baking soda we can also make sodium carbonate. We can also make sodium carbonate, and I have skipped that equation before just to complete the whole topics, but just now I am taking this. You can find this below the baking soda. You can find this below the baking soda in your textbook. Okay. So the important reaction, the first is by heating sodium hydrogen carbonate, the two molecules of sodium hydrogen carbonate, that is 2NaHCO3. Okay, 2NaHCO3, the sodium hydrogen carbonate, and if we are heating it, you will get what? Na2CO3 plus H2O plus CO2. So this is what? Sodium carbonate. Metal containing carbons are known as sodium carbonate. I repeat, metal containing carbons are also known as sodium carbonate. Okay, plus H2O, that is water, plus carbon dioxide plus carbon dioxide. So I hope you are clear with this. In examinations also, if they are asking you that give the preparation of sodium carbonate, then you need to write this. I repeat, if the exams the question is given that write the reaction of how the sodium carbonate is prepared, you need to write it. You need to write like that: on heating sodium hydrogen carbonate, you can have sodium carbonate plus water plus carbon dioxide. Okay, sodium hydrogen carbonate gives Na2CO3 plus H2O plus CO2. Okay, so that is sodium carbonate plus water plus carbon dioxide. It is non-corrosive basic salt. I told you in the first chapter what is corrosion, okay, and what is corroded. Corrosion was what? I repeat, whenever any metals get reacted by oxygen, moisture or acid, it changes its color or its normal properties, and so it is also known as corrosion. But there are some metals whose in presence of carbon cannot be corroded, and it is one such, that is sodium carbonate. It is non-corrosive basic salt. Okay. So this is quite important. You need to write this as a homework also. Okay. The next thing is mixing concentrated acids or base with water is exothermic process. Now what is concentrated over here? Let us see what is concentrated. Okay. The purest form of acids or base is known as concentrated. Okay. So if we are having 99% of acid and 1% of water, it is known as concentrated acid. Also known as pure acids. It is also known as concentrated acids or pure acids. Fine, students? And if it is 90% of water and 10% of acid, it is known as diluted acid or dilute acid. What we are using in daily life is this dilute acid. As the concentrated acid is so strong that it can burn our skin to a very serious way, so we are telling it as a dilute acid. The dilute acid is always the 90% composition of water, only 10% of acid is added to it. Okay. Whereas concentrated acids, they are only given to we need to buy them by taking a permission from the government, and only available to various types of laboratories for the experiment. Else we cannot buy this as a regular use. They can only stored in one of the element also known as tungsten filament. Else in everything it will burn. Okay. So they are kept preserved in a tungsten filament or a tungsten material. The bulbs are made up of tungsten filament which can retain high temperature. Very high temperature. Okay. Next thing is mixing concentrated acids or base with water is exothermic process. Okay, so if we are adding water to acid or base, heat is evolved. As I told you, there are two types of sub reactions. There are exothermic reactions and the endothermic reactions. What was exothermic reactions? The reactions in which heat is released. Is known as exothermic reactions. Okay, and the reactions in which the heat is absorbed is known as endothermic reactions. So if you are adding water to concentrated acid, that is pure acid or base, the reaction is known as dilution process, and this process is also known as exothermic process because they are releasing the heats. Okay. The next thing is acids and basic solution in water also conduct electricity. Acids and basic solutions in water can also conduct electricity. As you know, water is a very good conductor of electricity. Okay, and if you are also adding acids and basic solutions in water, it won't change. They are still the very good conductors of electricity. Okay, so I hope you are clear with the chapter. Here we have completed the chapter of the acid, base and salt. One more thing I need to tell you is, in examinations or the match the following or anything, if they are asking you a question like this, that which medicine is used for the indigestion or due to acidity, and the options are like antiseptic, antibiotic or antacid, the answer will be antacid. Indigestion, they won't be adding acidity over there to confuse us, but in the case of indigestion also we will use antacid. Okay. The next thing they can ask is, give the chemical names of say NaHCO3. So that will be sodium hydrogen carbonate. Okay. And Na2CO3, that will be sodium carbonate. They can also ask you that give the general name of Na2CO3 10H2O. Then you need to write that it is also known as washing soda. Remember, the general name is what we are using in our daily life. The chemical name is what we are naming by the formation of the chemical elements. Okay, so in the general name we will write washing soda, baking soda, bleaching powder, etc. And in the case of chemical names, we will write the names of reactions, that is calcium sulfate, okay, or say the sodium hydrogen carbonate or sodium carbonate, anything. One more thing they can ask in the examination is, if they are giving us the options of pH, say pH scale 2, 3, 9 and 7, which is the most acidic one, and if we are asking from out of 2, 3, 9 and 7, which is the most acidic one, out of 2, 3, 9 and 7, which is the most acidic one, then you need to write pH value 2. pH value 2 will be the most acidic one. Okay, and if they are asking us that the pH ranging from 8.55, 8.49, 9, 11, which is the most basic one. So which will be the most basic one? It will be 11, because going from 7 to 14, basicity increases. So in the case of acidity we will write the least one. In the case of basicity we will write the maximum one. Okay, so the answer over here will be 11. Answer over here will be 11. Okay, so please note these important questions. I hope they have also given the textbook in the form of MCQs that you need to complete. If you are having any queries or doubt, you please inform me. Okay, you please inform me about these things. Fine. And the another thing is what? Another thing they can ask is, the bodies of human body pH ranges from 7.0 to 7.8. Okay, acidity of acidic range will be always less than 5.6. It will be always less than 5.6. The human mouth or the saliva that contains the acidity of it is always less than 5.5. So if it is 5.5 or less than 5.5, tooth decay starts. Fine, that means the rotten teeth, and for that we need to use good toothpaste. And for using the good toothpaste, the toothpaste are always basic in nature. They are always basic in nature. Fine, which are neutralizing the body. One more thing I want to repeat is the antacid which we are using for the cure of acidity is milk of magnesia. It is milk of magnesia. They are quite asked in the examinations also. So you please be prepared for this type of things. Okay? And if you are having doubts, any queries, you can please ask me in the comment section or you can contact me directly. Okay? So this was the acid, base and salt. Thank you.